So I couldn't think of a more appropriate meme here. Probably haven't been to the gym for about 84 years now. So I'm going to talk about a few things in this video, and the main one that I want to talk about is objects. So I'm going to talk about it first. So one of my favourite ways to make my workouts a bit more interesting is to get my pet involved. However, as you'll see now, she doesn't stick around for very long. So this Rug Doctor here is 5 litres, so it's about 5 kilos, as well as this decking oil here. The Rug Doctor has a really nice handle. You can use it as basically a kettlebell. You can empty it, so if you want something lighter than 5 kilos, then great. One of my next recommendations is that you get yourself somewhere really nice and take somebody with you if you can, because people are really good weights. Tom there is about 75 kilos, and as long as they're patient enough to sit on your back for quite a while, which is quite an uncomfortable position actually, then you've got yourself a really good object for squatting. So I think I'm going to name this movement the koala bear front squat. Kind of simulates a front squat because the person's weight is obviously on your front. If you can manage to get them into the fireman's position, fireman's lift, then that simulates a back squat. However, it's quite an uncomfortable position, and it's quite scary for the person on the back. They're just going to be looking at the ground, and if you're not confident squatting their body weight, then I recommend trying to get them onto your shoulders, probably from a wall, and getting them to hold on to something like a ledge or parallel bars, which takes some of the body weight off. An example of this is actually shown in the video now, where I'm resting some of my body weight on the floor and pushing down on his back to act as a counterweight. Obviously that's not completely reliable because you don't know how much weight you're putting on, but it's a start. So a couple of the other main points that I was going to talk about was adding height and adding tempo. Now I'm doing both of those in this clip and losing my hat, but it was very windy that day. But this not only increases your time under tension, but also increases your power output. If you can do this with a weight if you've got some, or you can add height in other ways, which I will show you in a minute. But first I'm just going to show you some tempo push-ups. You can do these on your feet. So the way I do them is 5 seconds down, hold 5 seconds at the bottom, and 5 seconds up. Or to make it more powerful, you can do 1 second up. Just try and keep your body straight in these, because it's quite easy to tip your bottom into the air and just move your shoulders. So yes, I agree, this looks absolutely mad, but I have used my wheelie bin. This is probably the safer way to stand on it, because the other way it wobbles a lot more, with the wheels facing down as they are now. A couple of things you can do are step ups, as I show you here, but in the middle the wheelie bin bends quite a bit, so if you stand near the end it's probably a bit thicker there. It'd probably be a bit better if there was something in my wheelie bin, but there isn't at the moment. Also, this wheelie bin's quite a tall one, so me being quite small, I do struggle to get over it. As you can see, I'm not jumping on top of it because I'm worried I'm just going to fall straight through it. You can find almost anything to jump over. This can be a wall, a fence, or as you can see, I've taken my chest of drawers from my bedroom and turned it into a box because I was getting sick of not having one. Those of you getting bored of conventional press-ups, I've found a really good way to make them a bit harder. This involves just some steps, or this is probably the easiest way to do it, but you can do it off anything, just have your feet higher than your head. This is an easier way to do it, where your feet are lower than your head. Here, unfortunately, the step gets in the way a little bit, so I would recommend maybe doing it on a curb or something with a bit less in the way. Unlike some of my other tips, it's going to be quite difficult to lift somebody or something above your head unless you have a bar or weight, so you can use your own body weight. I thought I'd just add this one in, but obviously not everyone's going to have a set of rings that they can hang in a tree, but I've managed to get hold of some. I think they were only sort of 20 quid or something. Unfortunately, I am not proficient enough at ring dips that I can do them without a band, so here I am doing them with a band. It's a really good way to add weight to your workout when you don't have gym equipment like we usually would. And one of the last few things that I want to talk about is sports and online competitions. So I entered an online competitions on a website called Aretas, I think it's called, but it's spelled Aretas. It's a really good way to interact with your friends and keep yourself motivated and accountable for your training. So take this beautiful weather and opportunity to try out a new sport. I've tried out basketball, skateboarding. It's the first time I've ridden a skateboard without falling onto the floor. You'll be so amazed at how quickly the time goes by because you're having fun and not thinking about how many minutes you have left in the workout. So this is how I felt during the start of the lockdown. I just felt like a bit of a sloth, not really wanting to do much, but honestly this has been an amazing opportunity to get yourself out, see the surrounding areas, which are absolutely beautiful, and don't let the summer pass you by. Thanks for watching, see you again soon, bye!